everybody. So, it's 6 something in the morning. As you can see, I'm not a morning person. But it's a special day and an exciting day, so I wanted to get some footage. We're on our way to our first rental property for the last time. And I said for the last time because we got a tenant moving in this week. Hey! We're excited. Right, babe?
Yes. Good morning.
It's been a long journey. We bought this house 3 years ago. If you haven't seen the video titled Our First Property, make sure you check that out after this video, because it gives you a look into the property. First time real estate investors, excited to start this journey. That was 3 years ago, and I'm just walking through the house inside and out, giving you a look into it. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. So pretty much we're on our way to our first rental property. Like I said, for the last time, we got tenants that's finally gonna move in. It's been a long journey. When we bought this house 3 years ago, we bought it with tenants in it. And us being newbies, not knowing what the heck we was doing, we had a property manager, but for whatever reason, we went to sign the lease with the tenants ourselves and stuff, when usually property managers do that. And we used something that we found online, and it was just a mess. Pretty much, they never paid us. We had to evict them. We went through our first eviction on a property we had just bought. Before we even got to that, our property manager at the time was, communicating with them back and forth, getting nowhere, and they were just sitting in our house, not paying us. So we got an actual property manager that helped us evict them and everything, and we were successful in that. Did we get the money they owed us? No. And a lot of times, like 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, when you evict tenants and take them to court, even when you win, it's basically you winning to have the legal right to kick them out of your property. 9 times out of 10, you're not getting that rent. 3 years later, we've gone through a number of evictions now, and we've never gotten the money, even though we won the judgment. So you just had to take an L for that. So we got them evicted. Our property manager found us new tenants. In the beginning, everything was good. They were paying and everything. And then they started to fall behind, pay late, started playing catch up for months.
Like domestic abuse.
We were gonna evict them, and then they brought in a big lump sum of money. So, we just kept trying to give them chances, basically. And then, what happens? COVID happens.
They stopped paying us before COVID, man.
I know.
The first lump sum, they went to court. Our property manager went to court. The first lump sum, we got the money. The second time it happened, we was going to take them to court. We was like, no, forget it. We don't even want the lump sum. We want you out. And that COVID came through, so they really wasn't paying.
Right. So they continued to sit in our house for months and months and months, not paying, just living for free in our property. And then a property manager hit us up, and I forgot at what point in time, it was like the woman left. It was a man, a woman, and some kids. The woman left with the kids because supposedly it was a domestic violence situation.
It definitely was.
And just left the man there. So stuff in here and there, but you know, it wasn't really doing nothing. So then when COVID came, it just stopped altogether. And of course we couldn't evict them. Why? Because the rent moratorium, which is screwing landlords over, especially little landlords like us. People don't realize that the landlords are people that have bills, they have mortgages, they have things that they have to pay as well. So with this pandemic and this rent moratorium going the way it is, a lot of landlords have foreclosed on their own homes. There's landlords living in their cars. We're in a financial struggle right now because of it. So thank God we're not living in our cars and we ain't lose our home, but it's like it's very, very difficult. And people don't realize that not all landlords are big corporations. It's little guys like us that's hustling and trying to do what we gotta do and using that as a source of income. So anyway, they notified us of that, said we can't do nothing because, you know, the moratorium. And then later on, we find out our property management company went bankrupt. Like, they closed down. We just stopped hearing from them. So we went through the whole process, found the new property manager.
He was a dud.
Yeah, we thought he was the one. We thought he was the one, but he wasn't. And he's the one that found out that the previous property management team was closed because they weren't answering us or anything. Sorry. He wasn't answering us they weren't answering us or anything. We sent them a letter stating we wanted to break the contract and everything. We emailed them and sent a certified letter. Never heard from them. So when we hired that new property manager, he actually found out that they had closed. And then later on, that previous property manager reached out to me and was like, yeah, they filed for bankruptcy and all that stuff. And she had moved to somewhere else. Because she was, you know, one of many property managers at a company. Anyway, that new property manager that ended up being a dud, he went to the property and found out that the tenants had left. But he found out from someone in the area that that tenant was actually subletting our house. So he was charging people rent to live there, and he wasn't even paying us any rent. And he left the house in shambles. He left, you know, garbage behind, clothes and all that stuff behind. But also, we had mold damage in our property on the bottom floor because the problem went unfixed pretty much with the septic and water and all that stuff, the toilet. So that's a whole nother thing. That video will come in the future, but we'll be showing you how we had to get that house gutted and everything.
The grinder pump, not the septic.
The grinder pump, excuse me. We had to get that whole house redone, gutted, everything, especially that bottom floor. So it's basically a brand new house. So anyway, we're on our way up there to finish up. Besides that big job of breaking it down and putting, you know, insulation and drywall and all that stuff, we did everything else ourselves. So that's what we're on our way up to do to finish up. Yo, our kids can never say we weren't hard workers. Like, we've been hustling, especially this year. We really been hustling. Working on the property that I took over. That was my childhood home. And working on this first property. We've been doing it ourselves, like busting it out, hustling, grinding this summer, especially this year. So you can see the car's all packed up.
This ain't nothing.
Yeah, it's really this ain't nothing. He right. I wish I wish you guys could have seen it. Yo, when I say we was hustling and grinding, we were packing up the kids. Packing the kids up.
On the roof. Put them on the roof.
He said he put them on the roof. We packed the kids up. We didn't pack the dog up even.
The dog was under the
Poor
car.
thing. That whole back was filled. And he had that one little piece, one little corner to sit in. He couldn't even lay down.
He's not a small dog.
He could just
either.
sit.
Not
Right.
A small dog.
He's a boxer mixed with a pit bull.
Blue nose.
So he couldn't even lay down, poor thing. So he was there. That whole thing was packed up. The 3 kids were here. And then there was a bunch of stuff on top of them. And then we would go there to stay over because it's a 2-hour drive, pretty much. This morning, because we left early, like I said, got up at 5. We left at 6:20. It said an hour and 48 minutes. So, we got an hour left. So, it's a drive. So, when we would go there, we would stay over, stay the night, pack up the kids, pack up the dog. I would have all the air mattresses right here. My feet would be like this. My ankle would be all messed up. It was crazy, but we made it work. We made it work. We had stuff in the door pockets. Look. We had stuff like this. So we just had the car packed like to its full capacity, basically, with the kids and everything.
But right now.
So we grind this. We just hustling.
Right now, it's packed. But we don't need all these tools that's back there. But you know how it is. When you go somewhere, and you like, damn, I wish I would have had this tool. I brung all the tools. All of them. Nope. I ain't playing no games. This is the last time, y'all.
The last time we're coming up
Last
here.
time.
And we can't drive 2 hours away to go get something that we forgot. And we darn sure don't want to have to buy anything that we already have at home. So he was just like, nope, we're packing up everything. So, baby, stop speeding. I'm recording. He's a speeder, guys. He's a speeder. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. We're, like I said, excited because of that. It's been a long journey. As you heard with this house, since we've bought it, we've lost on it more than we've profited.
I was thinking about something.
And was thinking about selling it because, like I said, we in financial difficulties right now because of all of this. We have other properties, so the other properties were completely hands off because they're about 5 hours away from us. But you know, we have tenants there that's not paying and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a rough season. Been a rough season. But God is turning it around.
Amen.
And you know, we're just staying encouraged and walking by faith. Walking by faith.
Yes.
So it is what it is, but like I said, it's turning around now. It's been months like this, but yeah, it's working all out for our good, as always. Thank God. It's been months and months since this house has been vacant, and like I said, we've lost on it more than we've gained because of everything that happened with the tenants and stuff since we bought this house from day one. So we're happy that this chapter is coming to an end for now. Tenants are moving in, and prayerfully they'll be there for years and years and years to come, so we don't have to do this anytime soon. But thanks for listening, guys. Just wanted to share. And oh, look at the air balloon.
I called it a blimp just now.
I
OD called it a blimp. Damn, I ain't see that.
It's not a blimp.
Went to the Bronx.
Oh man. But yeah, thanks for rocking with us. Just wanted to come and do something different and vlog and share with you guys what's going on. Alright, 10 off for life.